y'all, it's me, your girl Sassy. So while I'm driving, I decided, because I'm headed back to Houston, so while I'm driving, I decided this would be the perfect time to do a quick little video about the DBE certification program. So most people who are in transportation or construction, they hear about the DBE certification program, but they don't actually know like what it is or what it's good for or the advantages of the program. So the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program, DBE program, was created to help small businesses that are socially and economically disadvantaged, give them the opportunity to compete for government contracts, at a compete fairly. So the program actually started in, I think it was 1983. You can fact check me on that, but the program actually started in 1983. Congress had passed the Surface Transportation Assistant, I think it was Surface Transportation Assistant Act. That act is in today's time, that act is actually regulated through the U.S. Department of Transportation. But originally, that's how the program started, because in 1983, Congress passed the Surface Transportation Act, which required any company who was awarded a government funded contract, they would have to give a certain percentage of that contract had to be performed by a DBE certified agency. So, what was I gonna say? So many federally funded projects, contracts, agencies, they set a DBE participation goal. So often those goals are between 10 to 26%, meaning that a portion of the contract must go to a DBE certified company. So if, let's just say in your city, whatever major company, which majority of the time are owned by a white or Caucasian man, that company would probably get the biggest contract. Why? Because they have the financial backing, they're able to get the bonding for it, they already have the relationship with the contracting manager, or all those things. So when they get these really, really big contracts, this act was created for us to have an opportunity. So when they get these big old contracts, essentially what the government was saying is, okay, we're gonna give you this big contract, but in order for us to make this fair for people of color and women, you have to give a certain percentage of that contract to a DBE certified agency. That means that it will take construction. If I bid on a really, really big project, let's say it's a $20 million contract, but I bid on the contract in its entirety. And when I say entirety, I mean like from start to finish. So that means excavating, that means all earthwork, that means the hauling parts of it, that means the engineering part of it, like everything that contract entails. I have to bring on some type of DBE certified company, and most of the time those are the trucking companies, the hauling companies, the dump trucks, the end dumps, the belly dumps, even bringing in sand, crushed concrete, stabilizer sand, dirt, all of those things. That's what most of the people that get these contracts would do. So again, they get these big contracts, but they have to give a certain percentage has to be performed by a DBE certified company. So of course, a lot of us don't have the bonding power to be able to get these really big 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, even $1 million contracts. And so that gives us the opportunity to still say, hey, I won a contract, because you still have to bid on a contract against your counterparts that's in the same industry as you. So you still have to bid on those contracts, but instead of you getting the entire project, you just bidding on the hauling side of it. So you just bidding on the dump truck side of it, the asphalt or the dirt side, or whatever the contract, the statement of need the solicitation is requiring of you. And so that was giving us the opportunity to say, hey, I want a contract. It may not have been a $20 million contract, but it might have been a $360,000 contract. It might have been $1 million contract. It could have been a $20,000 contract. It didn't matter. It still gave you the opportunity to start building your business up and being able to build your performance up, because when you start bidding on these contracts, they're going to ask you what is your past performances. And so that's what the contract, or that's what the DBE program was essentially started for, to give us a fair opportunity to be able to get money, build our businesses, and, you know, play on the same playing field with and I hate to say it like that, with the white folks.